Okay, a very good afternoon to all of you. Today we are going to discuss about the break-even analysis. That is the first topic of our first unit of the subject, Engineering, Economics and Industrial Management. So we'll be talking about the very important concepts of break-even analysis. What is break-even analysis basically and how it works? How we can actually deal with the break-even analysis and how promptly and how more effectively we can use the break-even analysis in our calculation of the profit and loss margins. And moreover, it helps the entrepreneur to understand that what is the content of the profit and what is the content of the loss in our business. So basically, break-even point is a point which is not dealing with any profit or loss. It is actually a point which gives you a margin that at this point you are at the least risk, because at this point we are not getting any profit and any loss. We're not getting neither any profit nor any loss. So before heading on towards this break-even analysis, this is the most important concept which we'll be talking in the industrial management and engineering economics subject. So let's move on. So first of all, we'll start with the introduction of this break-even analysis. What do you mean by this break-even analysis basically? What is break-even analysis and how it works? A break-even analysis is used to determine how much sales volume your business needs to start making a profit. So this is what is required. Break-even analysis need to analyze you such a thing that this is the amount of profit, amount of sales you need to make so that you can have a good profit in your sales system. So you need to have a uh, analysis, a complete analysis, which will make you judge effectively that what is the amount of sales or what is the content of volume which is required for a selling process by which we can have a fruitful amount of profit in our system. So the break-even analysis is especially useful when you are uh, developing a pricing strategy, when you are actually working on some pricing strategies, when you're actually working on some labels by for which you need to put any specific maximum retail price. When we talk about the pricing system that we need to have, if you're getting a pen at a cost of 10 rupees, now what is the actual cost which is coming to the provider or the manufacturer, and what is the content of the profit of the manufacturer in that, and after manufacturer, what is the content of the profit of the retailer in that. Okay, so in between the manufacturer, in between your seller, in between this the main the person who is buying the things, we are having the profit ratio of two persons in between. One is your manufacturer, one is your retailer who is selling you that thing. So if a pen costs, a simple pen costs 10 rupees, then the amount of profit that is earned by manufacturer of that simple pen is, say it is 2 rupees. 5 rupees is actual cost that is being put on by the manufacturer. Okay, 5 rupees is actual cost which is coming across the manufacturer in the manufacturing process. And 2 rupees is the margin which he has put for himself for a single pen. Now he has sold that pen to a retailer at the cost of 7 rupees by earning the profit of 2 rupees. Now retailer has bought that pen for 7 rupees, and the tailor is selling you at how much? He is selling with a maximum retail price of 10 rupees. Now it is depending upon the retailer that he can sell it to you at the cost of 8 rupees also, at the cost of 9 rupees also, and the cost of 10 rupees also. That is actually depending upon the retailer only. If the retailer wants to have more and more profit, he can sell it at the maximum retail price, that is the MRP, but he can't go beyond MRP. Maximum retail price is the maximum price which a buyer has to pay in order to buy anything from the retailer. So that is 10 rupees is for the seller. So उसके साथ there is the seller can have a maximum he can give it for 8 rupees, 9 rupees or 10 rupees. There is a margin which he can set according to his own wish. If the second tool, tailor is giving it for 9 rupees and you are giving it at the price of 10 rupees, so obviously the sales will go on decreasing. So in order to increase your sales and volumes of your sale, then you need to put your price a bit low by giving a bit low to your profit and a high towards your sales. So that we can give many and more sales. So these are certain selling strategies which are being observed by the retailers or by the manufacturers so that they can enhance their sale volumes and by the way they can enhance their profit ratio also. That is all about your this break-even introduction. So next we move on towards a break-even calculator. How we can calculate the break-even points actually. The way we have the various terminologies which are actually working behind the break-even calculator points. First of all, we have the fixed cost. The fixed cost is sum of all the costs required to produce the first unit of the product. That is actually the cost which is not going to change. The factory on which we are working, the factory on which we are heading our system, that factory is earning a certain cost for this the cost for certain manufacturing process or the cost of rent for which you are giving your working for it. So that is actually giving you the taking the